I thought, I thought our offensively, the biggest thing I was proud of our team about, they took care of the football. They didn't turn the ball over, which was huge. That's the number one thing we tried to get done on offense. I thought the defense played really well. That team had less than 250 yards of total offense up until that last drive. There were some backups in there. I thought that we took care of business defensively. I thought our special teams continued to play well. The kicker went in there and made his kicks. The punter punted the ball well. Had the one fake punt, which was good, and that'll help us down the road. And overall, I thought just kind of took care of business, and they get ready to go again this week.
The attrition on the offensive line with guys getting hurt, does that impact your ability to move the ball downfield?
Yeah. I mean, we lost Swede there, and we're kind of a makeshift group up here right now. We lost Swede. Deaver's got banged up a little bit. Cody got banged up a little bit. So, we got some guys that are banged up, but they went in and got the job done for the most part. And told those guys we got to get them back healthy, and they are what they are. So we got to get them back and get them healthy this week and get ready to go play again. We got some issues there, some injuries.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about how the fans came out? I mean, obviously the weather wasn't the best, but I mean, when they came out.
Smock must be in charge. I mean, Smock screws up every Saturday with the weather, and he's in charge of it and can't get it done. But they're tremendous. We've had the walks this year have been unbelievable. Our kids get off that bus and see that parking lot the way it is, and see the band and everything, the excitement that was here. And I thought for the weather, and our guys again showed up and showed off, and it was a great homecoming.
What's the feel for you all after this game? I know that you get the win, Saturday 13 win, but the last three quarters didn't seem like the crispness was there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we had some. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is you win the game. That's the only thing that matters. So we're 7-1. Young freshman quarterback is 6-0, and that's where it starts. And you see him continue to grow every week, and we're trying to help him with some things. And we just have to continue to follow the plan to win. If we can do that, we'll be fine. And it starts with playing great defense. It starts with playing great defense. The second thing we talk about in the plan to win is taking care of the football. We were able to do that. Score in the red zone, we were 6 out of 7. The only time we didn't score was we went for it. I didn't want to kick a field goal and get one block down there at that time or whatever. It was the only time we didn't make it down there in the red zone, and then win the kicking game, which we did. So we won all four. We followed the plan to win, which if we continue to do that and win the game, that's what matters. And so we got to continue just to keep doing what we're doing.
You mentioned Chase there. How much of that call to go for it on fourth down in the second quarter was him, and how much of it was you?
It was all us. He will make any decisions. I promise you that right now at this point. But it was all on us, and he did a good job of getting it done.
North Texas was able to drive the ball to your side of the field a couple of times, but again, the defense stiffens. They forced 2 field goals in the red zone. Why do that? What is it that makes them have so much success once they drive the ball, but then they're able to get a stop?
Our defense stopped in the red zone.
Yeah.
We work a lot on that. We spend a lot of time in the red zone and score zone in practice, and we get good players on defense. And when that field gets restricted down there, it's harder for the offense to score points. And like I said, we spend a lot of time working against each other in the red zone and the score zone, and I think it's paid off. But you got to give North Texas and Mike Canales. Mike and I worked together at NC State. He's a tremendous coach, and those guys, they got in here. They played extremely hard. At North Texas, they were #1 defense in our conference 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, they got some good players. Give them credit. That quarterback, I know he created some problems for us, and he's got those kids playing extremely hard and believing in what they're doing. And I was impressed with the way the team played.
You were able to handcuff that quarterback. I mean, he had to get that drive to even be 15 of 37. I mean,
with that last drive, I wish they hadn't gotten. I mean, they probably got 60 or 70, maybe more than that yards on that particular drive, which I mentioned earlier, probably had less than 250 yards total offense without that. So it is what it is. But at the end of the day, you can't. If I got Corey Tyndall and Steve Dillon and Jarquez Samuel and Evan McKelvey on that last drive in there and they get hurt, then that's not a good thing. So you got to get those guys out of there because we've got another game to go play. And so at that point, that game was well in hand, and we had to get those young guys in there, not only for experience, but I'd be kicking myself in the tail if I lost a tremendous player at that point in the game with the amount of football we have left to play. So it was the right decision, and it is what it is.
but what were you able to do to handcuff that quarterback? He had a tough day.
He did. I mean, I think defensively we were able to get some pressure on him at times. I thought that the secondary again did a good job with not creating separation and taking away the easy access throws. There are a lot of run pass option stuff, and I thought we took away the easy access throws, which forced them to run the ball a little bit. But they got on the edge of the defense a couple times. Bubble screen, I think, the one time for a big play, but for the most part, we kept them contained.
Doc, you had a big lead at halftime. Is the part of the maturation of the young team to kind of finish the deal, and did they lose their edge a little bit maybe?
Yeah, I think we talked about coming out in the second half and again starting fast. I think we took it down, scored there. I can't remember 3 or 6, 7, whatever it was, but we felt like we drive the length of the field and ended up scoring at that particular time. So I felt we did come out and do what we wanted to do. We had the return and took it down, and the onside kick there, which we felt that was going to happen. Our guys did a nice job of making a play there on special teams and creating a short field for us. So we came away with points on that particular drive, which was good.
Justin Hunt came out and had a productive game. He's come up at moments throughout the season, but he hasn't really been consistent game to game. Do you think that's something that we can look for?
Well, I hope so. He had a great week of practice this week, and he started because of it. And played well, got banged up, but he's another guy got banged up a little bit in the second half, so we had to go with another guy. But he's playing really well. He needs to be consistent because we need him.
How much does it say about Highly Foster that he's able to pick up the running back plays in just a handful of weeks?
Well, I mean, it's you hate to have to do that, but because a couple of the injuries we've had, we've been forced to put him in that situation. And I said last week, I think the thing I'm most impressed about with him is his ability to pick up the protection. He's a talented guy that you put the ball in his hand, and he can run. That's just natural instincts. But when you got to pick up the blitzes and do everything we ask that running back to do, that's where it becomes complicated. He's done a great job of picking that up, and Chris has done a good job of coaching him up. And he's a natural, talented guy that's going to continue to get better.
You played Raylan Elsie. Talk about what went into that decision. And
Well, with our depth at wideout, we just need to. He's had a good week. He's been practicing well, and we just feel like I'm not concerned about 5 years down the road. I'm concerned about winning now. And he's going to play a lot the second half of the season, and we just had to get him in and get him going because he's going to play. Okay. Thanks, guys.